right, what's going on, guys? This is Solomon here. This digital marketing FAQ series, my question I got is, can I reduce my paid media expense or cost without losing traffic? That's a great question. That's an interesting question. That's a clever question. Basically, can I spend less and get the same amount of visits? If you're doing advertising on pay-per-click, right, PPC, well, the whole concept is pay-per-click. So if you kind of pay less, then you'll get less clicks, right? That's the norm. So I'm wondering why this person is asking this question. So my first answer is there's lots of ways to generate a lot of visits, a lot of traffic without spending a lot of money. So the answer is yes, you can do that. However, you're not going to be getting the same keyword clicks, perhaps. You're not going to be using the same platforms. You're not going to be using the exact same strategy and cutting your bids. Or you can't just go bid 50% less than your current keyword terms. That isn't really going to help you. But there are several ways to lower that media cost, and I can give you a few strategies on how that can happen. So first off, if you're doing pay-per-click or if you're doing any sort of ads, you're probably spending, let's say, $1,000 to $10,000 or $20,000, whatever it might be, in getting that traffic. And there's definitely different ways to go about it. So if you're getting a lot of search clicks, perhaps you can start to look at content, right? So those are content or just sort of display ads, if I may. They tend to cost a lot less because there's not necessarily any intent for someone to go to your website. However, you get tremendous amount of exposure, a lot of eyeballs, just depending on how you're doing it. There's also content discovery sites. So there's content discovery, if I can get this written out, content discovery sites. So you can create content and those get discovered on the bottom of CNN and all those different websites. Those tend to be pennies on the dollar to get the visits. So yes, that can assess and get you lower cost per click, and you would be able to generate this pretty decent quality visits into your site. And you can also do things like maybe retargeting, but on a different network, right? So if you're doing retargeting on Google, for instance, you can also do retargeting on Facebook. So I would just put FB for a quick second here. And that allows you to generate a lot visits, depending on how much traffic you're getting to the website, for a lower cost. So these are ways to get more visits, and you are essentially readjusting the budget and going from one really expensive platform to a less expensive platform, and you are not losing any traffic. You might actually be able to get more traffic. It just depends on how much you were paying for pay-per-click or search advertising in the first place. Another thing that you can do is you can probably try Bing. Bing is another platform, less talked about on this channel perhaps, but it's a great place where you might be able to generate some, again, search traffic, but for a fraction of the cost per click, right? So that would be another strategy for you to try. But essentially, there's ways to do this, and I didn't even mention YouTube. YouTube is a great platform if you can figure out how to get some video content and drive your overall paid media costs down. You could do just the ads on the side of it, so it's related to the videos that they're watching. You can sort of pre-roll and do that kind of content. A lot of those videos definitely tend to do really well because you're getting folks that are involved and they're really seeing the content. They have 5 seconds before they can skip the ad. So it gives you a lot of engagement for free, actually. If you haven't even done that, that's a way to get more eyeballs without spending $1. Anytime they skip the ad, they don't cost you anything, right? So think about that. So these are some great strategies to reduce the paid media costs without losing traffic. And if you start setting up conversion tracking on all of these, every single one of these things lets you track your conversions. You can measure that against the original strategy that you were using and assess multiple ways to do it. And I love to let you know that, to me, paid media or lead gen or just draining traffic overall has to be like a portfolio of strategy. It's never one thing. You need to try multiple things and then literally figure out, okay, 15% of this, is one strategy, another strategy, another one, and another one, and you might have 20 different things that are really, 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 really tiny over here that you're testing, right? So these things could be the things that you test while you have some strategies in place that you know you need to run because you get a lot of conversions out of it. And if you stop one of those key strategies, you're not going to get a lot of traffic or conversion. So, but you certainly want to be testing in a lot of these areas just to make sure that you know that you're not missing out any potential traffic, and also overall assessing the cost per click and knowing that which one of these things you want to expand on in future weeks, months, and quarters. All right, I hope this answer was useful. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I will see you next time.